From Forex Traders Daily, this is your daily analysis with Ross Mullins, live from Richmond, Virginia.
Hello everyone, this is today's video analysis for June 6, 2018. Today we're taking a look at the AUDUSD, the Australian versus the US dollar. For today's trade analysis, we're starting here on the weekly time frame. I think there's some important technical features that I want to talk about here before we go into the smaller time frames. The first thing is the red trend line. You see it coming up from the bottom of the chart all the way back down here into December 2015, January 2016. You can see at the bottom left-hand corner of the chart, rising, connecting here into late 2016 where the black circle is, connecting again here into 2017, October, November, December area. And it keeps rising. What's interesting is we saw the market several weeks ago break underneath there and now rallying and challenging the underneath side of that red trend line. I just think that's very interesting first indicator to point out, the fact that we're underneath that previous rising trend line. Currently, we have seen over the past several weeks a downtrend. The black trend line shows the most recent trend that this currency pair has been. We've seen rallies within the trend and then returns to the downtrend. So the rally is nothing new within the downtrend. So it's almost coming to the intersection, a little bit above it, but right now, but almost coming to the intersection of the red trend line and the black trend line. A tad bit above it right now. Another feature I want to point out here is this area that we're coming into between, let's call it the mid 76s, 76.50 up to 77.50. I've highlighted it back in history with this blue box. Take a look here. For several months, we're going from early 2016 into early 2017. We found significant resistance. Look at the blue box back here on the left-hand side of the chart. Significant resistance became a major reversal point. It bounced down here. It bounced down here. And it bounced down here. So a very interesting resistance area that we're coming into between the orange, blue, and green zones here on the chart. And again, that's where we're coming. And so we couple all those together. The resistance zone from history, the orange, blue, and green zone, the red trend line, the black trend line. It's an interesting resistance area for this currency pair to hurdle if it's going to turn around and go back up again and reverse the trend. We've had a pretty positive movement for the US dollar over the past several months, several weeks. We are seeing a little bit of a pullback down now. We've had some good news out of Australia the past couple of days, and that sent this AUD-USD higher as well. So some interesting things technically and fundamentally about this currency pair as it approaches the mid to upper 7600s. Now, let's go ahead and zoom it on down to the daily time frame now that we've seen all that. And you can see the past 3 days holding underneath that red trend line that we just looked at on the weekly time frame as resistance. We're also holding underneath the orange zone that is historical resistance as well. I'm going to take this little black circle right here and pull it to here. So we see support right here, support becoming resistance into the 76.35, 76.60 orange shaded area. So that's where we are right now. We're also, by the way, underneath the 100 period daily simple moving average, just underneath it though. Into the green zone is where that moving average is. So what we're looking for here, let's go ahead and zoom in one more time, are one of two things. Either it's going to shatter all of this, it's going to break the glass ceiling and continue to go higher, or we're looking for eventually it to turn around and go back down. I don't think we have clues to that. I don't think we have price action to that effect, but it's definitely something that we want to watch for. A breakout above 76.60 may start that journey higher, and we know that historically the blue zone and the green zone have potential to be resistance. Why? Because all the way back there in time where we looked at on the weekly time frame, that has potential to be resistance. But that would be 76.95, 77.15, the blue zone, 77.45, 77.65, the green zone. And of course, if it goes down, not too hard to see, the yellow zone becomes your first barrier of support, if not further back down towards the pink zone into the 7,500 level, or even down to the green zone, the ultimate low down here towards the mid to low 74. So we're at a critical stage, I think, here into the mid 76. It's a breakout above, goes higher, resistance here, goes back down. 4-hour time frame, just a quick peek at the smaller time frame. Look at the difficulty that the currency pair is having around this orange zone. Having a very difficult time breaking above 76.60. It's attempted to do that a couple of times. We haven't really significantly reversed it. It tried to here, but came right back up on positive news out of Australia yesterday evening. We got GDP coming out stronger than expected, so that sent it right back up into the orange zone. But again, finding resistance at 76.60. So one of two things I'm looking for here, and this will be the trigger, I guess, for the trade. One is we look for a sudden reversal. You know, we see a bearish engulfing candle, we see a hammer candlestick. We look for some price action that indicates sudden reversal that would send it back down towards lower levels. The other thing that we'll watch for is a successful break of the orange shaded area. We need it to get above there. If it can, then we look for it to go higher and continue the rising move towards the blue or even the green shaded areas for the Australian dollar this week.
From Forex Traders Daily, this has been your daily analysis with Ross Mullins. If you would like to get Ross's analysis on all the currency pairs he's watching and all the trades he takes today, join him in his live trade room by clicking on the link below. Please leave any comments you have about today's video in the comments section below.